Hi, Gail here. Welcome to Radio Hawke's Bay. Oh, there's the old voice is a bit croaky. You'd think I haven't been talking very much sometimes these days. Age-related, I guess, that the old voice goes a little bit on me. But hi, how are you going? Is your day already started quite well? We had a bit of fog this morning, I noticed. But we are looking at July now, and July, we're just past the middle of the year. July, we're in the winter down here. We are looking at our internal workings, I guess. The whole year really is a self-reflecting year. It's a year of luck, change luck, and it has a good chance that this month is a bit of a turnaround in your life where things will go from where they were in a completely kind of opposite direction. There is good luck in all of everything that happens this year, even if it's bad luck. Good luck that you've survived it. Good luck that you haven't been worse off is sometimes the way I look at it, just because it's very hard to see good luck sometimes when it seems to be the opposite. Now, last session that we had, we talked a little bit about the colours you carry around with you. So these are colours that are in your energy, your vibe, that other people pick up and you pick up from other people. So we pick up a vibe from people depending on their moods and depending on what's going on in their lives. And we're not taught to be attentive to it. We tend to back away from people who are angry or who have attitude or something like that, without even sort of really thinking about, wow, maybe this person is having a rough time in their life. You know, maybe they just need a little bit of a listening ear that you can listen to them. But you carry around this whole package of colour. Your colours change with your environment, with the people around you, with what you're doing, with your own sense of well-being, your mood, if you like. So I wanted to mention and carry on a little bit from last month, because when you get up in the morning and you choose what to wear, if you do have a choice of what to wear, then you are actually choosing a colour you need. It's a colour that you need in your life. So if you had a blue, something blue that you're wearing. So blue is the colour of communication. It's about truthful communication and saying what needs to be said. It's also calming and a little bit reflective as well. So look at the colours of the clothes that you are drawn to wearing, especially if you don't have to wear any kind of uniform. Especially if it's then just the weekend. What do you wear in the weekend? What are those primary colours? Do you at the moment have a favourite colour that you just like to buy this particular colour? It's because you are in that vibration, needing more of that colour in your life, in your being, in your well-being, to help and feed your well-being. So colours feed and help your well-being, help you at a soul level, help you in a practical, outgoing way. It helps you to put off some kind of persona to other people, another vibration as well. So colours are very, very, very important. And we're going to do the cards for July, but before I do that, I want to look at another few colours that we didn't look at in the middle of June. And when I do this, I am going to actually be going off things that I wrote last month. So therefore they're on a piece of paper, and I will need to probably read them. So for those of you that are watching this on the video, excuse me, I'm not taught on how to present. I'm just going to try and let you know some of the colours that we naturally have around us. Have you ever worn purple, for instance? A lot of people, as they become older, wear purple. I know that when I was growing up, women would dye their hair purple as they got older. And it's because purple is a sign of being closer to spirituality, closer to your spiritual home. And it helps a transition. So purple in itself is a colour that transforms anger into spirituality. So anger, frustration, annoyance, all of those things into a higher level of thinking, feeling that is more spiritually based, more from a higher viewpoint. There are different shades of colours, and all of the colours, there are different shades of colours, and they all have meanings that are not the same as the original core colour or base colour. So purple, I'm saying purple because I went through quite a few years, a lot of years actually, probably about 15 years where purple was my favourite colour. It was everything needed to be purple. And I found out because I was in a very transformative stage of my life. My life had ended the way that I had been living had ended, and I had to start again from like being a baby and just going with the flow and feeling lost and just taking any direction or any opportunity that came my way, and without actually feeling impassioned or any kind of emotion around it. So for 15 years I wore purple, which helped transform those energies of especially the trauma and the negative impact that my life change had on me, to one that had a higher spiritual meaning, note, perspective. And so I was to do this work. The work that I do is that I come from a noetic scientist viewpoint, because that is how I define myself. I have psychic intuitive abilities, which I use to help you make sense of the situations that are going on in your life. At times, there are important reasons you are going through these things. Some of them are for empowerment. Some of them are for growth. Some of them are so that you find yourself, your true self, not the self that's been defined by your family, your schooling, other people, but the self that is you, that is unique, that has something to give and share with the world, which was your ultimate goal. We are here to learn, yes, but we are here to share what we learn, what we discover. And sometimes we need to go through some difficult periods to stop, sit, look, and reflect. So here again, July, we are reflecting. We are reflecting. We are absorbing everything from around us, and you are calculating on some huge semi-mathematical level in your being everything that you encounter, feel, hear, see, experience this month in a much bigger way than normal, than other months. And it is the insights. This is where insights, intuition, everything is heightened now. The more sad you are, the more defeated you are, the calmer that you are, the quieter that you are this month, the more you will absorb, but the more that you will understand, the more that solutions will come for your problems. They will just kind of like spark in your head. So I've got a couple of colours. I'm just going to run through them because I want to get on to the cards for July, just to give you an idea of what's coming up, what the theme is, because everybody's different, but we all have energy themes whether it's a group we work with, whether it's the community, whether it's the country. We have themes that we work with, and there's different aspects of that come through every month. So first colour is purple. So I talked about purple, but purple violet. So violet, for those of you that remember or want to know, is the colour of your crown chakra. So when you were born, you had a fontanel, and that was your crown chakra, still open, still receiving help from the creator energy, God, the universe, spirit world. That was your connection that you were still feeling, and it's still open until you become more grounded in this physical body. So, but it still exists, you just don't see it. So purple violet just indicates that you have vision, that you can see ahead to what's going to happen a long way in the future sometimes. Or let's just say if you looked at the world, you'd be able to go, oh, I can see where this is going. And you would be right, because you would have that ability to see clearly. It is from a very high aspect, though, a very spiritual aspect, not a human one where we go, oh my God, we're in for real trouble here on the earth, which, seriously. It's more from, right, so a higher perspective is, this is where good can be done. This is where people can make a change. This is where we can put some thoughts into people making good decisions, productive decisions, wise decisions. That's your purple violet energy. And you can create that by wearing something purple violet, thinking in your mind about purple violet as a colour, and sending thoughts along that wavelength. We are much more powerful than we know. Our thoughts, as we know, are powerful, but we don't actually know. You don't register actually how powerful your thoughts are. They are in how you think about yourself, how you deal with your life in the world, but they are also far-reaching. So thoughts are powerful. You can, if you're worried about somebody, just wish them well. Pray for them in a way that's maybe just going, I really hope this person has good things happening in their life, or that this happens for them, that their problems are solved. Whatever, just any good thought actually gets received and has an impact on that person's life and helps them. So if you feel useless in helping them, you can help just by how you think about it. Indigo. So indigo is that black purple, blue purple. It's very dark. And this is your third eye. So this is where you get a glimpse of the psychic, intuitive, I know this, how do I know this? I just know I know this. It's like you can see what's going to happen maybe, or your dreams are very vivid. There's the insight and the intuitiveness that we're talking about that can come in this month. Silver is an interesting colour because it is a colour that if it is shiny in somebody's aura, an energy field, or if you wear shiny silver, it indicates abundance. So if you want abundance, wear shiny silver. And it can also help, if you see it in somebody's aura, it tends to mean that that person could be a medium or is a medium. So a medium is somebody who can see people who are in spirit, communicate with people who are in spirit. If you went to see Sue Nicholson recently, you would have seen, if you were seeing through your sort of intuitive senses, you would have seen silver around her as she was working. Gold's another colour. Gold's interesting because it means that you have, we'll say angels, divine protection. Gold is the colour of protection. If you ever feel unsafe in your life, visualise or think about or feel as clearly as you can gold, as in molten gold, real gold, you know, the gold that you can get paid for. That colour gold is the gold that is protective. And you can surround your entire energy field with gold like yay thick or thicker. It does protect you. It helps bring in the angels. It helps bring in your guardians from your family line and from other places. So it is... and it's also pretty. So there's other colours that aren't maybe quite so helpful. And if you do perceive colours in people, or if people are even wearing these colours, sometimes it can actually indicate a similar thing. Now, I know we have fashion trends, but I'm not talking about people who follow fashion trends. I'm talking about people who individually select their clothing. Generally, it's in a kind of perhaps unique individuals that are kind of in a more mature aspect of their life that choose to wear colours they know work for them, suit them, that don't follow the fashion colour trend so much. But we've got a brown. So the brown, though, that I'm going to talk about is kind of like a murky brown. It's kind of dark in colour. And this person has things that they are afraid to let go of. Sometimes we hold ourselves together by holding on to what we have in our life. So it's a bit difficult sometimes for people to let go of some of that if they haven't got something to replace it, or something more positive in their life. It is that person is afraid of their own. They're trying to hold on to their own personal power, right? So they're afraid to share that with other people in case they share their power. So they're not feeling quite confident in themselves. Grey's another colour we could look at because it's a kind of in-between colour. Grey indicates blocked energy. We could say negative energy. Anything that is not positive, that is negative, sometimes we can see it in a bad light. But you know, the yin and the yang, we need a bit of white and black in our lives, a bit of so we can, the black and the dark and the dismal help us see the light, wonderful, joyful things that we can appreciate. So we kind of need both, but the grey mixed together just indicates that there are some blockages in your energy field. And at that time, if grey is your colour, you're not trusting anyone, but you're also not trusting anything, and probably not yourself. So July is a test to trust yourself with what you know works for you. Trust yourself to know whether somebody's worthy of your trust. It's this month for July. So we've got another colour, and that's the white. Okay, so white is around purity. It's around newness. It's an angelic colour. It is found around people who are highly spiritual. And so you would see that around ones like the Dalai Lama. Paintings depict it. Paintings of Jesus and other iconic figures in the past. So... And if you just see white, like out of the corner of your eye, sometimes you get a flash of white. So that is that you are seeing a highly evolved spiritual being, angel, that is there giving you wonderful, light, positive energy. Pink, that's another colour, because pink is around love, it's around compassion, it's around joy, and nice, soft candy floss pink, and that's also to do with the heart. That can be around people who are just absolutely loving and compassionate. It can be around someone who's actually fallen in love or feeling love for others. But a dark pink is different, because a dark pink indicates dishonesty. So it's quite different. And and maybe deceit as well in the person that it can be seen in. Also immaturity. So if a dark pink and a colour of dark pink, if it's not fashionable, saying again, if it's not fashionable, just a colour that is chosen, means there's just something you're not being honest about with yourself even. So, and that maybe you're not wanting to share things with other people. Now red's the other colour, and this colour it's very vibrant, very energetic. It is the strongest physical energy, red. So it's got a very competitive nature. Dark red, deep red, is very much this person has been through trauma in their life. They have survived trauma. They are very grounded. So they're very much in the physical way of doing things. It just means that that person can survive anything on earth. Doesn't matter what the circumstances. If the red is clouded though, it just talks about deep anger and very much that their traumatic past is still with them, affecting their ability to kind of function well in life. So, and then we've got black, of course. So black is when we hold on to negative energy. Black is grief. Black actually, is every single colour. It's just all mixed into one. So black is quite a powerful colour in itself. It's seen as negative because it's too much. All the colours are in black. You mix up a paint pot, see, it'll come out to be black. It is overwhelming, it is too heavy, it is just too much of everything. So hence the heaviness that comes with grief and the sadness that comes with it. It can also be a colour, if it's seen in somebody's energy field, that there is something not right with their physical body, and that they may have some dis-ease or something they just can't move past, something that they're holding on holding on in their life that has become too heavy to continue carrying. So black is a colour, if ever you're wearing too much black, and I wear a lot of black, it's quite interesting, is that there is a need to forgive, and often you need to forgive yourself. You're the person that needs the most forgiveness. So think about that. You don't forgive yourself for messing things up or for making the wrong choices or for the way things turned out. You forgive yourself for not knowing how to do it better at the time. And all you do is you take what you learnt from that and you promise yourself you're going to do it better next time as much as you can, and you just allow that to happen. Okay, so July, month of July, we've got a full moon on the 3rd, and it's a supermoon, so the moon is very close to Earth at that time. In August, in case I forget to mention it, we have a blue moon, which is actually going to be even closer to Earth, so the moon will look bigger. So it'd be worth going out and having a look at it on the 3rd. Okay, so let's have a little look at some cards for July. What's coming up for you? Because I'm talking to you, so I'm interested in what's coming up for you this month. Let's have a look. Some of you are still in a process that is taking an awfully long time. It's a good sign that things are transforming. So transformation is better than just change. Transformation is where you were before is improving. There's a lot of increments coming in together. This is where the alchemy, the turning lead to gold way in the past used to be done. Turning lead to gold, of course, would involve a lot of intricate little things, and patience. Patience is the biggest thing. So we've got a reassurance this month that whatever results you haven't seen, they are in motion, and it's better that they take longer. That's always the secret with the alchemy card and with the temperance card. It is that you allow the process because you can't change it. It's best not to interfere with it. It's best just to go along and do what you can, follow the line of it. So we'll have a look at something else. What are we going to have a look at for July? Because I said about patience, we've got patience. It's again a reassurance. Things are coming together in the background. You can't see it, but things are being arranged and made absolutely right for you. So the timing will be perfect. Whatever you have given up that you feel like you have lost or sacrificed is because things will become better in your life in the future. It is a long process, but it's a reassurance as well. We're just over midway of the year. So this is a reassurance. So we're the 7th month of a 7-year. And so on the 7th of July, simply, it's a luck day, all right? So it's a day where little things, nice things can happen, where the changes are really a lot more lucky, positive, how lucky am I type of thing. So, yeah, that's the 7th of the 7th this month. Let's have a look. Strength and endurance you have. This just reassures you that everything you've been through, everything you're feeling right now, everything you're dealing with right now, you can manage it, you can deal with it. This just says that you have the resolve even if you don't feel it, okay? So I'm taking out a few more cards because So this is the one that I love the most. So this month, with all these other things that are out of your hands that are going on behind the scenes, with the resolve you have to keep, the courage you have to keep, the strength you have to keep going, you have in your hands also things that you can do in your life that matter, that make a difference. It's simply, if you feel defeated, you may not take the necessary steps, or you may not do anything, you may just sit there. This says, get up, do what you want, take a step, put things in place. Whatever you do in July will have a much better effect than you know. So even if it's just tidying up the place, even if it is just taking that extra next step in any kind of negotiation or any kind of process, take that step. If it's about making a phone call, make the phone call. If it's about sorting out something that, I need to get this sorted out, and you've been procrastinating, perhaps not doing it, do it. The magician says that you have within your hands the ability to change your life in really quite spectacular ways that you can't see. You can't see that this one action is going to result in this amazing thing. But it's reassuring you that if you take actions, whatever those actions are, in the long run, and we've got some things taking a bit of time, but in the long run, you will see amazing results for it. And on that note, lovely people, have a wonderful July. My name is Gail. I am contactable for a private session on 027 4166 545. This is Radio Hawke's Bay. It has been such a pleasure to talk to you. Namaste. Take care.